Hello boxing fans, right now I am talking about Rendall Bailey versus Devon Alexander. Firstly, looking at the champion, his name is Rendall Bailey. He just won the title off Mike Jones. He has a record of 43 wins, 37 by way of knockout to 7 losses, only 3 by way of knockout and 0 draws. That's a 51 career record. He won the fight basically in sensational form against Mike Jones. There was knockdowns, he'd lost every round up to that point. He turned it around right then, and since then he's said, I want to fight the biggest fights available to me, and he's picked to fight Devon Alexander in St. Louis, which I don't think was a very smart decision, to be respectful to Bailey. Looking at the challenger, we know it's Devon Alexander. He has won 23 fights, 13 by way of knockout to a single loss, but in reality it's more like to 3 losses, 0 by knockout, and that's a 24 fight career record. So yeah, what do we know about Devon? Really, he's brought his career back from the brink of, basically going down the drain. He did unofficially lose fights to Kotelnik and Matisse. Basically, he did deserve to lose those fights. He got off with them because it was in his hometown. He seems to get a lot of fights in his hometown nowadays where, like I said, he's got the point advantage already before he gets in the ring. Bradley wouldn't fight him there. Bradley beat him fair and square, and it was a big win for Bradley. It basically got him the fight with Manny Pacquiao, and since then Devon Alexander's had to fight Marcus Maidana, and people not including me, by the way, were writing Alexander off, and he turned it around sensationally and won that fight pretty much every single round. So right now we're going to look at the advantages where each boxer has, and then we'll go from there. Starting with the power, we know that is with Rendall Bailey. He does have the power. He's shown that the right hand is deadly when he can get it off. However, like I said, it did take him a good 10 rounds for it to be successful in his previous fight. Alexander can land his shots in combinations. He doesn't have one punch power, but he does have combination power. He's decided to change his game plan a lot. It looked like he had a lot more power than he usually did at 140 pounds against Maidana, and maybe that's something that Rendall Bailey will have to unfortunately look for in this fight. Next, we're looking at the speed. We do know that Devon Alexander has the speed. He's got a clear advantage in this place. His speed has greatly increased. Now he's at 147. He's brought that up with him. It was evident in the total annihilation of Marcus Maidana. When you look at Rendall Bailey, on the other hand, he's not known for his blistering hand speed, but more for his immense power in the right hand. So unfortunately, it's still Devon who's got the clear advantage in this department. Looking at the boxing skill, we also know that Devon Alexander has another great arsenal of shots he can use in any particular fight. He's very confident of his work right now at 147 pounds when compared to 140 pounds when he was pretty much mentally weak in that division. In fact, it's pretty much weird if you look at this guy that no one has ever been accusing Devon Alexander of using steroids, considering how much of an improvement he's made in and out of the ring. When you look at inside the ring, his power's increased, speed's increased, stamina's increased, his boxing skills always been there. It's just everywhere's got better, and I just don't understand why he's not been accused personally. But you're innocent until proven guilty, so I for one think Devon is innocent. On the other hand, we're looking at the chin now. What do we know about the chin? Devon does have a good chin. He's only been dropped once by Matisse, and he survived the fight. He didn't get hurt at all by Maidana, and he took clean shots from Kotelnik and took shots from Bradley too. Bailey has been stopped before. He's took shots off Jones, before he got the stoppage. However, like I said, he's been stopped by fighters who are lesser in terms than Alexander and also Jones. So it's a worry there. The fact is that the weaker chin is the champion, and I also expect the champion to be taking a lot more shots than he'll be giving out in this fight. Next, I'm going to look at the stamina. Basically, I think Bailey has the advantage here because he doesn't throw that many shots until he knows they're going to land. So for that reason, he doesn't expend a lot of energy. So therefore, he should have a clear advantage in that department. On the other hand, looking at Devon Alexander, he does expend a lot of energy in fights, and he always seems to, you know, degenerate in the final few rounds. That's why the 10 rounder against Maidana was always going to be his type of fight, because in the championship rounds he didn't actually have to worry about anything. What else can I say? Like I said, he does expend a lot of energy. A lot of scoring shots are wasted. He gets a lot of credit for unscoring shots in St. Louis, and I expect that to be the case here. But I think he's already won on the cards also before he's got out the parking lot. And the last thing that I'm going to look at today is the movement. And I think Alexander once again has a strong advantage here. You know, he's a very good mover. He can be in and out of danger quickly. He can land his shots, and he can be very frustrating, tying you up on the inside like he did with Marcus Maidana. Like I said, also the fight is in St. Louis. I keep repeating this because it's going to be a big talking point in the fight. You know, the referee therefore is probably going to let Alexander get away with his dirty work and stop Bailey from working on the inside. So I think that's worth you pointing that out to you. And now I'm just going to go into how overall I see the fight going. Overall, I see this as a clear victory for Devon Alexander, probably by KO. You see, Alexander's got almost all the aces in this fight. He's got the movement, speed, and he found the formula for him to win. He lands his shots on the way in. If you can't counter him on the way out, he'll hold you on the inside. Like I said, 1 point to really make up is Bailey did land shots on the inside against Jones, but I don't see that happening in this fight somehow. I just got a feeling that Devon Alexander wins this fight, probably by knockout. I just see him taking too many punches. This is Bailey taking too many punches. I think the referee will stop it. Tell me what you think about this fight, and tell me if you actually like Devon Alexander at £147.